Okay, guys, I am back, and I think we're going to wrap it up with this, but I got one more surprise for you. Wait, I wanted to show you something too, just some little lore I meant to show you before. Remember the primeval region, like the origins are Temple of the Sun God. And, I said all the monsters, champion monsters, guardians, they have origin stories I wrote. Just small, like just enough to whet your appetite, so not too deep. But I was going to show you, like over here, Temple of the Sun God. Take a look at Avalon. That's way south. So it's like a desert area. And if you look at his art, it matches that. There's ruins of Rochelle, the crags, Black Rock Vipers. That's their origins. Stonefield. So there's Temple of the Sun God. So I wanted to show you that. I got really, I just love writing this stuff and creating this game, to be completely honest with you. And so I had another monster, if you'd like to see another one. Um, I've created factions in this game, okay, different factions. And one faction is a religious occult group called the Faith. And they believe they're going to usher in a new dark era in Avalon's history. They're a wicked bunch. So when you're fighting, you're going to come across all the champions, levels 1 through 4, they're going to get tougher. But this here, and Freddy is awesome. I came up with this crazy design from this keeper of the faith. And Freddy Lopez, he just, of course, it's his creativity in there too. But, this, if you can see, there's like this bloodied bandage over the eyes. It doesn't have eyes. It actually uses the book to see. And it's got this staff with a goat's head on the end. That was awesome, Freddy. He put that touch in there. Incredible. And then I asked him to make ghostly skulls. And if you notice, Book of Tormented Souls. Before each round of combat, now remember that? Before combat, before each round of combat, each hero must test strength 10 in an attempt to bash the ghostly skulls. You're going to lose 1 health and 1 essence. So you have to do that every round. You definitely want to be equipped before going in. We probably would have got killed if we went in against this thing. Always be prepared in Dungeon Crusade. And then lastly, this is a level 3 champion here, Freddy again. I asked him to make a succubus. Just, Freddy, make a succubus. Do what you want. How awesome is that? And Tom Feldman did all the dungeon backgrounds. I had to have dungeon backgrounds for all the monsters. Fatal Charm. This is a really nasty one. If you fall under her spell, you can only defend in combat. And no special abilities. So there you go. There's that. But when I want to wrap up, I have to wrap this up because I love talking to you guys. I think you can see I'm very amped up for this game for us. Celebration Day. We're going to say, remember the quest tables up there? The books, the tokens I talked about before. We're going to say we finished our level 1 quest table. And what happens is, you see the teleport track? I'm not going to get into this, but basically when you complete your tasks, hopefully you see that there? There's a timer. 3, 2, 1, teleport. The heroes are taken back to the village, and you have a grand celebration. The villagers are happy. You conquered the evil for now, because when you go back to the dungeon, it's going to be harder. So you're going to have a grand celebration. What you're going to do is you're going to level up your heroes right now. You're going to look at the blacksmith, but I'm going to show you we're going to restock the blacksmith. He's gotten new wares since you were gone. You may have to visit the temple to get some afflictions cured. You might have to get healing. A hero might have to sleep at the inn to recover some essence. You may want to sell some gear. You can sell gear in Dungeon Crusade for half its cost, rounded down. But we're going to show you this, and I'm going to show you, this is I'll tell you how the villagers feel about what you did. This is the Celebration Day gift deck. And I created all kinds of gifts the villagers will give you to show their thanks. And then you're allowed to take 1. So we're going to see how grateful the villagers were. It's not rigged. We're just going to see. Ready? There's all kinds of stuff in here. Hopefully they're going to be generous, considering our 2 heroes were almost killed. Okay, so we're just going to take this one and flip it over. And it is, oh wow. Believe them? The villagers have gathered together to give the heroes a big thank you. Anna Kamar did that. I asked her to make people cheering. So, yeah, we just saved her village and a big thank you. However, there's a few other things, and I showed this in the Christmas video. They could be very generous and give you 300 gold. And there's other stuff in here. Elderberry juice. They could give you harvest bread and some other things. I'll keep that a secret for now. So, that's Celebration Day a little bit. Lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to restock the blacksmith. This is, when you were away, there's new stuff available. Very simple, and a good way to remember this. There's 5 slots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. You're already going to get 5 in there, plus a D6. Okay, so just remember, 5. How many heroes are there? There's 6. You're going to roll a D6. And this is what we're going to draw from this massive loot deck and populate the Blacksmith Shop with new wares. And oh my God, he got a lot of new stuff in, guys. So let's see what the Blacksmith Shop is going to get in. First thing, I better remember this. So that's 1. I need like a counter or something. Cat's Eye Ring. That's good for mythic or arcane. So we'll put that in here. So that's available for sale. So that's I don't have to use counters, so I'm going to forget. So that's 1, right? There's 1. Oh, Blade of Ravaged. In the expansion that we want to do, which is, I'm going to show you how to do a proper expansion for a dungeon crawl game. There's another faction that we just couldn't fit into this game called the Ravage Undead, a giant army of undead monsters. That's coming in the expansion. This is actually a blade from that army. And so a sword that was used within the Ravage Undead army. So that's a little lore for you there. So that showed up. So what are we up to? 2? Okay, and then here 3. Oh, legendary. Legendary Charm. These things are awesome. There's not many of these, and this is a legendary one. You can add +6 to all these attributes. This is an incredibly good item. So we're going to put that there. So we're on 4. Axe of the Black Hand. Another faction in the game is the Black Hand Army, and this axe was stolen from the malign Black Hand Army. So we're going to put that in purple. 5. Amulet of Ashara. Ashara was Emperor Sylvian's wife in the story I wrote. And flavor text, I shall protect you in the darkest hour. Very good. Necklaces are good because they give you dual bonuses to things. So there you go. That's that. Oh, I think we're on 6, right? 6th one. Another legendary. Look at that. Wouldn't that be awesome for the archer or the ranger? Bow of Angelic Fury. The angels have enchanted the bow with power and fury. +4 to ranged warfare. +3. Okay. So 7. Ashwood crossbow. Blue item. Very cool. I'm going to keep going because I don't want to run out because I got something fun for you. So next one. Leather armor, white item. Okay. 200 gold. We'll put that over here in common. Next one. Look at that. Staff of Destroyed Worlds. Couldn't Zeke use that? Holy mackerel. +1 to wisdom, +1 to agility, +3 damage. The magnitude of power within this staff is legendary. Rightfully so. That's awesome. Okay, I think we're on 10. Ring of Two Wolves. You could add +2 to your physical warfare rolls. That is, of course, uncommon. Look at another legendary. Belt of Valency. +4 to your spiritual and +2 to willpower. That's a very good belt. Last one is Fabled Dagger, but it has a socket. So when you mine and craft. So there you go. So that is the new stuff. And of course, the heroes can browse. You can do whatever you want. So there you go. I told you guys, I like my stuff neat. So that's a little bit of Celebration Day. But the surprise I have for you is we're going to move over here. And hopefully you guys can see the House of Chance right here. That is the gambling hall. And this is one of the coolest things in this game. And I assure you, this is not a gimmick. And I'm going to say this because so many people have a misconception. And I know people joke with me. The backers joke with me. I've said this for 2 years. Guys, there's 4 House of Chance games. You do not load the House of Chance with 4 House of Chance game. It is randomly decided only one. Okay? You load up this House of Chance game with 4 games, these heroes are going to be swimming in gold. It'll break the game. House of Chance has 1 game. And I know, watch, someone's going to say this in the freaking comment section. How many House of Chance games isn't there 4? Stop. There's 1. What we're going to do is, for our little surprise before we go, I'm going to stop this video, going to come back. We're going to play one of the House of Chance games for you. And I think you're going to, it's my favorite one. Take a guess what it is. I'll be right back, and we're going to play a House of Chance game and try to win some gold, and then that will be it. See you in a